Hey there, Vault Dweller. I've heard all about the plans for that Vault 79 raid of yours, so I'll spare you the time and tell you I'm in. All that sweet, sweet gold is as good as ours. Well, see, that's where it gets tricky. There's this other job I need some assistance with before I can devote any time to stealing from what's left of the federal government. And from what I've seen and heard, you're just the sort of person that could help me out.
Never should have thrown in with that guy in the first place.
Can't believe Rose is still going strong at top of the world. I would have thought she'd just be rusted scrap metal by now.
That's only because nothing can get to her.
Glad you asked. Simple answer, it's a two-person job. So here's what's what. I used to run jobs with my partner, Hal. Hal's a dear old friend. Known him since before the war. Hal and I went our separate ways when I joined up with Meg's crew. Now he's being held as a slave by a group of unsavory hooligans out by Watoga. And being forced to do who knows what. I got a plan to free him. All right, shoot. My best guess is that when he and I split, well, he kept following the trail south. The hooligans from the Watoga arena must have offered him his life in exchange for servitude. Knowing Hal, he probably figured he would bide his time and find a way out of his situation later. Now, it happened after we found the crater and decided to settle, but Hal's not the type who enjoys being in one place for too long. To be honest, neither am I. But Meg's crew offers resources and opportunities that we just weren't finding on our own anymore. Well, Hal thought we'd be better off on our own. I told him I was staying put. He struck out by himself, and that was the end of it. The best cons require a partner. Someone to help sell the illusion. In this case, my partner, that would be you, are going to play a critical role in selling that illusion. I could probably rescue Hal myself, but it's riskier than I like. Now, I figure with your skills, there's very little chance we could screw this up. Well, these guys run a deadly arena competition out of the old Civic Center. Now, Meg asked me to scope it out and find out what their deal was. See if maybe we could get them to join us. It was clear these weren't the type of people we wanted in our crew. Slavery's a big no-no with Meg. And these folks are all about it. But while I was betting on one of the matches, I spotted Hal waiting on people hand and foot in one of the arena's luxury boxes. Good. Right, so about this competition. People fight for riches, food, supplies, whatever they're willing to bet. Half the competitors are slaves, and their masters are betting on them. Others are just people trying to make their fortune. Now, Hal isn't much of a fighter, so he's being held there by one of these guys for some other purpose. I want to pass you off as my slave. I'll make a deal to sell you to Hal's master after you win the competition that will rig in your favor. Once you get into the slave quarters, you and Hal will break out and rendezvous with me. Any questions? As you should. It seems to change from time to time, but I got word that the next competition is your standard arena battle. You versus whatever feral ghouls and other creatures they've dug up. The first prize goes to whichever combatant clears them out fastest. Fair enough. I know it sounds insane, but trust me, I've pulled off much more complicated and dangerous cons. This is nothing. If you stick with me and do what I tell you, it'll go smooth as pre-war butter. I'll be doing all the heavy lifting.
Always speaking in riddles.
You will. I'm gonna rig the competition in your favor, so there's no way you'll lose. Now, on the off chance you somehow fail, I won't be happy, but we'll have to improvise. Think of this as a trial run for the vault job. It'll let me know how much I can trust you. That is a bit of an unknown, so it's mostly gonna be on you to figure out? See, luckily after the competition, the place tends to clear out pretty fast, so you'll only have like a few guards to deal with. They're nothing special, so whichever direction you choose to go, I think you'll be able to handle it. Of course, I'll help where I can. All right, so here's how it'll go down. Meet me at the Watoga Civic Center, and I'll do some legwork before you get there. You'll want to slip in the back entrance. I'll be waiting. In character. We'll get you into the competition, and I'll go over the final details with you once I know more. See you there, partner.
We're home to the future of music. Automatons will blow your mind with sound.
Keep quiet and let me do the talking from now. Follow me, and remember, you're my slave.
Oh, there you are. Well, hurry along then, we're late. You're lucky I didn't feed you to the Mylocks when I had the chance. What a move! That looks like it hurt.
Hey, your slave doesn't have his collar on. You better take him inside and fix that quick before he does something you'll regret.
No worries, old chap. I've got it right here. Poor thing's got the trots, he does. Had to go round the back way so he could do his duty outside before entering. Like the proper scum he is. She'll be all empty now. What do you have to say for yourself, slave? Good, because it'll be the end of you if you do.
Just make sure he doesn't make a mess, because I'm the one who's got to clean it up. And get that stinking collar on him.
Oi! You heard the nice bloke. Come over here, so I can put this collar around your scrawny neck. Wow, what I didn't know it could bend that way.
Hey, thanks for playing it cool. I signed you up as an alternate to get you into today's match. So you'll go in if one of the current fighters loses before the match is over. I have a good feeling that's gonna happen, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Now, if you screw up and they try to detonate your collar, it's on to plan B. Kill everyone, save Hal, and make it out alive. Sorry, just trying to make this more believable. Yeah, I was gonna enroll you as the septic survivor, but I'll think of something a little more dignified. Now, other than that, I'm gonna need you to roll with the punches, just like you did back there. No sense blowing our cover over egos. I know, it's not elegant, but when the lie is specific and disgusting enough, people don't bother asking questions. As you can see, it worked. Like it? It's a character I whipped up just in case. I don't want anyone here knowing who I am or tracing it back to the crater. So instead, I'm
Reginald B. Humphreys, from jolly old England, mate. Got stuck in DC when the airplane stopped running, and couldn't make it back across the pond.
It's a deterrent in case a fighter tries to escape or turns on the audience, or in the case of today's match, if they end a round in last place. It's designed to blow up at the push of a button, taking your neck with it. But don't worry, I've replaced yours with a dud collar. I picked it up last time I was here and removed the explosives. While you're down here, I'll work my magic in the stands, doing recon and making deals. There are 3 rounds. You'll need to fend off whatever they throw at you. Between each round, I'll come back here for a pep talk, and we'll discuss our various options. I'm counting on you to come in first. Don't let me down.
All right, Atomic Avenger. Get out there when they call you. And don't let me down. We've got a lot of caps riding on you.
Golden boy has been reduced to mere cool child today. Not a great showing from Nuclear Don, who is currently in last place. How will our next competitor stack up? Let's bring him out!
Hey, that's you. Get out there.
We're back and ready to rock, folks. Word is they were holed up, living in a cushy vault for 25 years, while the rest of us plan fight. Now we are forced to fight for survival like an animal. How's that for a cold dose of reality? Good luck! Wow, what a thrilling match, folks! Newbies putting on the pressure! After the first round, 3 will go on, and 1 will lose his head! Oh, did I? Sorry to spoil it, folks, but our longtime fighter, Nuclear Don, just couldn't hack it tonight. Sorry, Don. That's just the way it is. Now who's ready to see some fireworks? Bye, Don. All right. Let's get it cleaned up. Don. We'll take a quick break while we rearrange the arena for round 2. Now go get yourself some food and drink, you sick bastards.
Wow, people out there seem impressed. Keep it up, and this'll be a piece of cake. Okay, listen up. I found a couple ways we can tip the scale in our favor. Now, Nuclear Don was using some strange new blend of chems to give himself an edge. And now he's dead, we can steal it. Use it ourselves. Now, I also discovered a powerful turret system built into the arena. I bet I can hack it and turn it against your targets in the ring. You got it. Based on what I heard, this shouldn't arouse suspicion because malfunctions happen all the time with their system.
After a strong showing from Maximum Manny and a good run from Death Cloud, it's time for our final fighter to come out. Can the Atomic Avenger keep up the pace? We'll find out. Our newest contender is back in the arena for round 2. Let's see how they tackle this next challenge. Can these newbies prove themselves against our more seasoned vets? most brutal match yet, where two contestants must fight to the death while being targeted by automated turrets. We hope to have the turrets targeting all contestants next time, or else I can tell you who Carl's opponent will be. Isn't that right, Jenny? Whoa! The new kid on the block still in it, giving the vets something to think about. At the end of round 2, your favorite and mine, Maximum Maddie, is still going strong. Death Cloud's baby, let's see what those brains of yours look like. Oh! Extra power so it shoot off like a rocket. Gonna have to talk to my tech guys about that. All right! Now, while we're sorting things out for next round, you all go get yourselves drunk on whatever promise hits we got back here.
Good job, Atomic Avenger. But you're gonna need to do better than that to win the final round. Second place is now last place.
After you win, I'll come meet you down on the arena floor, where we'll go over the final plans. Then you're on your own. Oh, I also found some new information we can use to our advantage, if you so choose. Now, I'm certain I can convince Maximum Maddie to throw the round if I tell her I'll disable her collar and buy her freedom. So what kind of help do you want from me this round? Okay, I'll create a distraction, and you raid Don's locker for the chems. Now, I can only distract for so long without raising suspicion. So be quick. The chems should last at least one round, so make it count.
Oh, this spider's just full of surprises.
Oi! There's something I need to speak with you about.
No, this is it, folks. Time for our last competitor to come on out and prove their worth. The Atomic Avenger returns to the arena for the final round. Folks, it's rare we get a newbie that can hold their own, especially during an elimination match like we have tonight. Come on! Let's make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner! They may have entered the ring as the Atomic Avenger, but they're leaving it as our one and only ultimate survivor! Congratulations to their owner, Reginald Humphrey. Oh, you're gonna eat well tonight, ain't ya? As for our former champion, sorry, your performance tonight was disappointing. Y'all in the splash zone know what that means. See ya.
Quick, listen up. Here's what's gonna happen now. Sargento will offer you a drink from the winner's cup. It's laced with a heavy sedative to knock you out and counter the adrenaline, in case you were to try something stupid. Here's a key. Keep it hidden. After you and Hal bust out, meet me here. Okay, look. Sargento's coming. He already wants to buy you, so other than the formalities, it's a done deal. Any questions? Okay, fine. I'll throw some caps your way when we're done with this. It's what I do. Now you understand why Meg keeps me around. Sargento's a sick bastard, but he's a man of his word, if nothing else. He's not the type to renege on a deal. Yeah, this place will be cleared out, and the guards won't be looking here. Besides, you seem like the bloodthirsty type. You may end up killing them all anyway. Alrighty.
Time to get back into character, then. Oi, Sargento!
Reggie, my friend. Your fighters performed just as well as you said. There's a lot of profit to be made on a prime killer like this.
You sure you want to give him up? Yeah, mate. I'm chuffed. But I'm looking to move on out. And I think he's better served here with you.
Yeah, I get it. Gotta fetch a good price while you still can. Anything else I should know about this one?
Nah, me trudge here's bloody brill. Wins fights and rarely gets knackered. All's good, isn't he?
Hey, you're a good one, Reg. You got yourself a deal. Yeah, we'll settle up after I, put him with my others. All right, my new slave. Time to celebrate with a drink from the winner's cup. Bottoms up.
New guy, huh? Hope you last longer than the last one. I am. It's a little strange you know that. It's probably better if you didn't know. Unrelated side note, stick to the gruel they give you. Stay away from the meat. Wait, Johnny? I'm surprised he'd come to save me. That's great. What's the plan? Not the most elegant solution, but between the two of us, I think we can manage. The guard shift's usually pretty light about now. Once you make a move, I'll be right behind you. We gotta get out of here! Johnny! How the heck are you? Thanks for busting me out of there.
Hal. My man. Hell. Suits you. That's exactly what you do. Thanks, Vault Dweller. Sorry for misleading you, but if you knew I was only coming here to kill Hal, you probably wouldn't have come along. Hal ripped me off. On our last job, he took way more than his fair share of the cut, then lied about it. By the time I found out, he had decided to part ways under the guise of not wanting to settle down at the crater. I needed to send a message that no one pulls a fast one on Gentleman Johnny Weston. Not even my best friend Hal. It was purely personal. Hal crossed me, I had to be the one to do him in. Not some two-bit wannabe Roman emperor like Sargento. Easy. Don't ever try to pull any shit with me like Hal did. And you'll never have to worry about me pulling a trigger in your face. In this business, you gotta be cold. Look at it this way. All at once I got my revenge and saved him from a lifetime of servitude. Think of it as a small mercy. Okay. Before we go, there's one small matter we should discuss. I want you to tell Meg I get a 50% cut of the gang share of the vault loot. Or I walk. All right, you drive a hard bargain. 25% it is. Hey, here's your caps, by the way. Thanks for letting me sell you into servitude. Back to the crater then, shall we?